Welcome to Linear Equations Level 6. Pause the video now, try the 3 problems on the screen, and I'll go through them with you shortly. You'll find more practice at this level, plus links to the higher levels, as well as other topics, at the end of this video and on the channel homepage. In problem 1, we're solving the equation 380 over 10 over 6y minus 16 plus 33 is equal to 10. So to start, we'd like to remove the denominator from the fraction on the left. And to do this, we can multiply the left by the whole of that denominator and do exactly the same on the right hand side. Now on the left, when we multiply by the denominator, this cancels the denominator out and it just leaves us with 380. On the right, we have 10 multiplied by, and we just have the whole denominator inside this fraction. Now looking at the right hand side, we could expand the bracket by multiplying each term in the bracket by 10, and this would be fine to do, but it's actually a little bit easier to remove the 10 by dividing both sides by 10. Now on the left, 380 divided by 10 gives us 38, and on the right, the times 10 and the divide by 10 cancel out to just leave us with what was inside the bracket, so 10 over 6y minus 16 plus 33. Staying on the right hand side, we can now remove the plus 33 from that side to leave the fraction on its own, and we can do this by subtracting 33 from both sides. And on the left, 38 minus 33 is 5, and on the right, the plus 33 and the minus 33 cancel out to just leave us with 10 over 6y minus 16. We'd now like to remove the denominator from the fraction on the right, and we can do this by multiplying both sides by 6y minus 16. Now on the left hand side, we have 5 multiplied by 6y minus 16, and on the right, the divide by 6y minus 16 and the times by 6y minus 16 cancel out to just leave us with 10. Now looking at the left, I could expand the bracket and solve the equation from there, and it will be fine to do this. But again, I'm actually going to decide to divide both sides by 5 to remove the 5 from in front of that bracket. And we get 6y minus 16 is equal to 10 divided by 5, which is 2. I can now add 16 to the left to remove the minus 16 and do the same on the right. And on the left, we're just left with 6y, and on the right, 2 plus 16 is 18. Finally, we'd like to remove the times 6 from in front of the y, and we can do this by dividing both sides of the equation by 6. And on the left, the times 6 and the divide by 6 cancel out to leave y, and on the right, 18 divided by 6 is 3. So our final answer to problem 1 is y is equal to 3. In problem 2, we're solving the equation 96 minus 470 over 5y plus 54, all divided by 7, plus 52 is equal to 65. So starting on the left, we can get the fraction on its own by removing the plus 52. And we can do this by subtracting 52 from both sides of the equation. On the left, the plus 52 and the minus 52 cancel out to just leave us with 96 minus 470 over 5y plus 54, all divided by 7. And on the right, 65 minus 52 gives us 13. We can now remove the denominator of the big fraction on the left by using its inverse, which is times 7. And we can do exactly the same on the right. And the divide by 7 and the times by 7 on the left cancel out to leave us with the numerator, which is 96 minus 470 over 5y plus 54. And on the right, 13 multiplied by 7 gives us 91. Going back to the left, we can now remove the 96. And we can remove this by subtracting 96 because this is a positive 96, and doing exactly the same on the right. On the left, the plus 96 and the minus 96 cancel out to leave us with minus 470 over 5y plus 54. And on the right, 91 minus 96 gives us minus 5. Looking at the left, we can remove the minus from in front of the fraction, which is actually a times minus 1, by dividing both sides by minus 1. And this leaves us with 470 over 5y plus 54 on the left, and on the right, minus 5 divided by minus 1 just gives us 5. We can now remove the denominator from the fraction on the left, and we can do this by multiplying both sides by that denominator. So we times the left and the right both by 5y plus 54. And on the left, the denominator cancels out, so we have 470, and on the right, we have 5 multiplied by 5y plus 54. As in the previous example, we could expand this bracket and solve. We can also remove the times 5 from in front of the bracket by dividing both sides by 5. And on the left, 470 divided by 5 gives us 94. And on the right, the times 5 and the divide by 5 cancel out to leave us with 5y plus 54. We can now remove the plus 54 from the right by subtracting 54 and doing exactly the same thing on the left. And on the left, 94 minus 54 gives us 40. And on the right, the 54 and the minus 54 cancel out to leave us with 5y. Finally, we can remove the times 5 from in front of the y by dividing both sides by 5. And if we do this, the left becomes 40 divided by 5, which is 8. And on the right, 5y divided by 5 just gives us y. So our final answer to problem 2 is y is equal to 8. In problem 3, we're solving an equation that has brackets inside other brackets. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to start with the innermost brackets and work our way outwards. So on the left, we have 3 multiplied by 8 minus 2 multiplied by 5u. And in front of this bracket, the minus means we have a minus 1 there. So we can multiply minus 1 by 7 to give us minus 7. And minus 1 multiplied by minus 2u is plus 2u. Next, we can multiply minus 4 by 6u to give us minus 24u. And minus 4 multiplied by minus 9 gives us plus 36. Moving on to the right hand side, we have minus 2 multiplied by 11, and again we have a minus 1 in front of this bracket. So minus 1 times 3u is minus 3u, and minus 1 times minus 4 is plus 4. For the next bracket, we have 2 times 9, which is plus 18, and 2 times minus u, which is minus 2u. Lastly, we have 5 multiplied by 3u, which is plus 15u, and 5 multiplied by minus 2 is minus 10. Now we can simplify the terms inside those brackets. So we have 3 multiplied by 8 minus 2 times, and inside this bracket 5u plus 2u is 7u, and we still have a minus 7 in there. We have minus 24u plus 36, and that's equal to minus 2 multiplied by 11 plus 4 plus 18 gives us 33, and minus 3u minus 2u gives us minus 5u. And we still have a plus 15u minus 10 at the end. We can now continue expanding. So on the left we have 3 multiplied by 8, and then minus 2 times 7u is minus 14u, and minus 2 times minus 7 is plus 14. And we have 24u plus 36, and that's equal to minus 2 times 33 is minus 66, and minus 2 times minus 5u is plus 10u, and we have a plus 15u minus 10 at the end. We can now collect our like terms together. So on the left we have 3 multiplied by 8 plus 14 is 22, and we still have a minus 14u in that bracket. Minus 24u plus 36 is equal to a minus 66 minus 10 is minus 76, and plus 10u plus 15u is plus 25u. We can now expand our final bracket on the left. So 3 times 22 is 66, and 3 multiplied by minus 14 is minus 42. We have a u. Minus 24u plus 36, and on the right we still have minus 76 plus 25u. We can now collect the like terms on the left. So 66 plus 36 gives us 102, and minus 42u minus 24u gives us minus 66u, and that's equal to minus 76 plus 25u. Now, after simplifying all of the expressions, we now have unknowns on both sides of the equation, so it's easiest to keep them on the side where we start with the most, and that happens to be the right hand side here, because 25 is greater than minus 66. So we're going to keep our u's on the right, which means we need to remove the u's from the left. So to remove a minus 66u, we're going to add 66u to both sides of the equation. On the left, the minus 66u and the plus 66u cancel out to leave us with 102. And on the right, we have minus 76, and 25u plus 66u gives us plus 91u. Looking at the right hand side of the equation, we can now remove the minus 76 by adding 76 to both sides. And on the left, 102 plus 76 gives us 178. And on the right, the minus 76 and the plus 76 cancel out to leave us with 91u. Finally, to remove the times 91 from the right, we can divide both sides of the equation by 91. And 178 divided by 91 can just be written as 178 over 91, and that's equal to, well, the times 91 and the divide by 91 on the right cancel out to just leave us with u. So u is equal to 178 over 91 is our final answer to problem 3.